2 were brawlers. 1 was a boxing match in the 3rd round, and in Greg's corner between rounds.
It's doing good. You're starting to show it. You don't. You're going to the safety zone, and if you go down the safety run, come over with a right hand or a left uppercut. You understand? Okay.
You're doing great, Vinny.
Those jabs are working. You're going to set him up with those hooks.
All these rounds are yours.
Well, Angelo said as that round ended, he thought that Pazienza had indeed suffered more trouble with that nose.
Yeah, what happened, interesting thing, I was clocking the other corner, and they're telling Pazienza to turn southpaw on Haugen. That could be a bad mistake because you turn southpaw, that left hook comes into play. And Haugen's got a great looking counter left hook.
How does the scorecard of Angelo Dundee look right now?
Well, I got it 2-1. I got Pazienza up. I got Haugen winning that last round.
Interesting. I've got it just as close, but the other way for Haugen. So we're back to where we were in Providence again. The disagreement at ringside.
That's the kind of fight it was. It's in the eyes of the beholder. And I'm a bad judge.
Yeah, these are tough guys to score.
Yes, it is.
Me, tough to judge.
See, Vinny just going off balance like that, Don. When he jumps in like that, he goes off balance. Because what happens, he's got quick hands, but the legs don't follow. It's a problem he's got. When Haugen was in the corner, we're taking care of that swollen eye with the end swell. It's a piece of steel they use to keep the swelling down to wait for closing the eye.
As the end said, he would like to finish this in 5, and then winked. He said, I really don't fancy the idea of going 15 with this guy, would you?
Well, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Good right.
I don't see a stoppage, but both guys are not great bangers.
Haugen certainly has the reputation of being the greater of the 2 in that category. There's a good right. Pazienza caught him flush with it. Pazienza getting more meaningful blows in than on the first bout, certainly in the early stages.
Vinny right now is fighting Haugen's fight because in the exchanges like that, Haugen's got the shorter arms, the shorter punches, and he's catching some real good counter shots.
That's why Ziva wanted him to box as he did finally in the 3rd round. But there's been some boxing, some brawling, but great action here as this 4th round winds down.
Haugen told you he's going to use that trip hammer.
Round 5 is underway. Scheduled for 15, the IBF Lightweight Championship at Pazienza, claimed at home in Providence from Haugen in that controversial decision last year. His nose is bleeding. He's holding onto the ropes. That's illegal. Can't do that, but he does it frequently, Pazienza.
Nose is really starting to go now. Also, I noticed he's having trouble breathing, and he's having a swelling over his right eye. Because you can't breathe, he blows his nose, and the swelling gets bigger.
And it's precisely why Vinny wanted to end this early if he possibly could. Against his corner's instructions, tried to brawl his way to that end in the first couple of rounds. But he's paying the price, as you see.
Oddly enough, Haugen's left jab has taken his toll on that nose. Because he throws a trip hammer left jab. It's like a counter shot, and Pazienza's been running into that jab.
They're talking to each other. Haugen taunting him now as more blood appears in the face of Pazienza.
Well, they didn't do too much lip service before this fight, but they're doing it in the ring. Plus fighting a heck of a fight.
You think they were at least talked out by now. That's not the case. There's the jab you talked about, the very effective jab with the left hand of Greg Haugen. Haugen methodically goes about the business of wearing Pazienza down, literally.
That nose is really bothering Pazienza because he's having trouble breathing. And that's why he's touching it and moving it. But see, once he blows his nose hard, he's going to close that right eye. Because once you have a hematoma on the eye, it closes on it. And that's what's happened. It's purple underneath and it's purple on top.
Yep, Vinny is a mess early. Barely a third of the way through the scheduled 15-rounder. The legs are still there, still dancing. But he's got another 10 rounds plus of breathing to his mouth.
I think Vinny went too hard, too early.
Might have. Gets a good attack off here, though, but it is not sustained. The left constantly in his face from Haugen.
And the nose is really looking brutal. I mean, the bleeding is getting worse, and I think it's going to bother his breathing.
Haugen smiling, laughing at him. Todd again. So Greg has got a lot to say with both hands and with his mouth.
But he was
so
saying,
far he's backing it up in this round.
He was saying it before the fight, Don. He was telling us he's going to punish him. He's going to beat him up. He's really mad at him because he's the challenger, and the other guy he claims has got his job.
No question, Haugen here on a mighty important mission to him. And you get the sense that this bout is starting to turn very much in Greg Haugen's favor as round 5 winds down here at the Convention Center.
Going to try an old sand trap shot here. A little more dirt than ball.
Here is round 6. Don Chevrier ringside with Angelo Dundee. Pazienza, they can't contain that blood coming from what again is a broken nose, obviously.
And Dr. Doggett was in the ring going between the rounds, checking the nose out, and he spoke to the referee, Tony Perez. What he told him, I didn't know, but I think he's going to tell him to keep his eye on his nose because he's broken.
Haugen had promised that this will be Vinny's last fight for quite some time. In fact, he even quoted statistics that his opponents are sub 500 after they fight Greg. And Angelo, Vinny's dad's got to be concerned. Because he knows what the courage his son had to come up with last time. To go 10 rounds or 12 with a broken nose. Almost as bad this time. Then getting thumbed late, the eye closing. So it's deja vu, not in a positive sense, but Vinny tries to pin Haugen in the corner here, can't sustain the attack.
Haugen definitely feels he's got everything under control, but that's a no-no. He's got to keep up the pace and keep doing what he's doing and go to Pazienza. It's a mistake to let him get on the ropes and back up.
Good counter punching there. Pazienza trying to shake that off as Haugen goes down to the body after a solid combination up top.
Haugen really keeping that jab, popping it, and Pazienza's having trouble breathing. When he went against the ropes that last time, he took a deep breath, like he can't get nothing actually going through his nose. Strictly breathing from the mouth, and that wears you out.
And while it is unpleasant to mention, it should be stated, too, that he is obviously swallowing blood as he was in the first fight, and that can't do you very much good. Pazienza, remember, in the first bout, though, he showed so much courage, he came back to look very impressive, 10, 11, 12 in the late stages. Let's see if he can do that again.
What he did wrong this time, he started at too fast a pace, so that means he's going to get tired quicker.
And the wrestling now resumes as Vinny first drags him, then hits him with the left hand, and Perez cautions him for that. Not an easy fight to score. It's certainly not an easy fight to referee.
No, I'm surprised that Perez is letting Pazienza get away with that, hold it behind the head and wrestling like that.
You knew what to expect with these guys coming in. Should never question the courage or heart of a Vinny Pazienza, despite his condition. It is getting late now in round 6. Stay with us. Round 7, and here's Lou Duva and what he had to say between rounds to Vinny Pazienza in the corner.
This guy figured to jab you, Vinny. You're not, you know what's the matter? You're so intent on getting to the guy, you're forgetting your fight plan. Understand? So get in there, and let's start slipping, stay right there and start countering. But what you're doing is you're pulling out.
They're doing a good job on Pazienza's known as the corner. Ace Murata, what he's doing, he's getting cotton and he's putting the adrenaline 1/1000. He's squeezing them in there without using Q-tips, which is very smart. This way, you plug it up. And he's doing the best job trying to stem the flow of blood. But I don't think there's no way you're going to stem that because he's going to bleed every time he gets a few punches on the nose.
Like trying to put a Band-Aid in a volcano.
That's what it is. Because nose is broke again, definitely.
This is for the IBF World Lightweight Championship. And it certainly is the long-awaited rematch that we expected. The intensity, the animosity between these two has been displayed in the ring right from the opening bell. And the question about Pazienza, can he hold together physically? An answer to the negative early on. It's uphill for him now.
Well, now they're both in great shape. Both they both trained and they got in the best shape possible. I just think it's a terrible thing though if this kid has this problem with that nose right from the get-go.
He won in the face of adversity the last time, but can he do it again? We'd like to remind our local stations at the end of this round, we'll be taking a station break. Haugen looking very calm, very deliberate. Pazienza scattered, a little frustrated and anxious appearing, as he should be in this situation. He's falling behind round by round on my cards, certainly through 5 and 6, which I gave to Haugen, Angelo.
I got it the same way. It looks like Haugen is really fighting like the challenger. I think he's looking to get his job back. It's like that's what he told me.
He's very serious about reclaiming this title. It was his only loss, as we told you. It was controversial. It was very close, although unanimous. Haugen gets the right off twice now at the end of that exchange. Less than 30 seconds to go in the 7th round. The jab consistently in Pazienza's face. That's what is broken the nose again. Inside 15 seconds, nearing the halfway mark of these bouts, and both of them have got to be very tired. ABC's Wide World of Sports, featuring the IBF Lightweight Championship, will continue after this word from our local station.